having to give back their Grammy. It's the only time that has happened in music history.
And the best new artist is Millie Vanillie.
In the late 1980s, Millie Vanillie was the band everyone was talking about.
It's Millie Vanillie, Millie Vanillie.
Millie Vanillie.
Millie Vanillie.
Millie Vanillie. We're going to a Millie Vanillie concert.
But on July 21st, 1989, Millie Vanillie got caught lip-syncing on live television.
More embarrassment today for the pop singing group Millie Vanillie.
A lot of singers do that on stage, and normally it wouldn't be a big deal. But this time, it was different, because Millie Vanillie wasn't lip-syncing to their own voices. They were just two dancers hired to lip-sync to tracks recorded by professional singers. Millie Vanillie released Girl, You Know It's True and Blame It on the Rain. The songs became massive hits. For 2 years, it worked perfectly.
7 million albums sold. This year's Grammy for the Best New Artists.
There are a lot of artists outside in the world who can achieve the same award that we achieved today. And it's an award for all artists in the world. Thank you very much.
The vocals that were being cued from the emulator started repeating.
80,000 people, girl, you know, it's girl, you know. You know, I couldn't repeat it 15 times. Girl, you know, it got obvious. So I stopped, I panicked, I ran off stage.
Millie Vanillie turns out to be a lot of phony baloney.
Uno de los mayores escándalos discográficos en la historia del pop.
The aftermath was chaos. People were confused, suspicious, and demanding answers.
A California woman who bought the album for her son is suing to get a refund.
For months, they tried to stick to the story.
Do you want to get it on and tell me now to be your everything?
For the last year, they've been working on a new album, on the dance steps and on the singing.
But in November of 1990, Frank Farian held a press conference and dropped the bomb.
I think it's fair to show the real singer.
And just like that, it was all over. For the first time in history, a Grammy was being revoked. But the biggest toll fell on Rob and Fab. They weren't just cancelled, they were vilified, seen as immoral human beings who had lied to millions of fans.
A lot of your fans will be very upset by the fact that the only way you can explain the charade, the farce, the fakery of the last year, 2 years is money.
It's not. This is fake.
There's no other reason. That's the only pressure that Fabian put on you was financial.
Do you live in a project? Did you live in a project?
In order to cope with it, we got into the alcohol and the drugs. It was to numb ourselves and to be able to, like medication, self-medicating.
There was nothing to believe no more for me. I lost the good, the innocence.
Keine neue Chance, mich zu rehabilitieren. Und der Fabrice auch. Und wir haben sehr darunter gelitten. Und von diesem Absturz habe ich mich jetzt bis jetzt immerhin noch nicht erholt.
Rob Pilatus struggled with depression and substance abuse, and he died of an overdose in 1998 at just 32 years old. Everyone thought this was an isolated case of fraud in the music industry, because in 1989, people still believed that what they saw was real.
This first one we got to the ground shows the unique vantage point of the crew as they look back at the Earth. It shows a backlit Earth revealing auroras as the crew heads towards the moon.
There's something about lip syncing that just feels wrong. Like, we hate it when we're being lied to.
Claims that Beyonce was actually lip syncing are now setting the internet ablaze.
When we see Beyonce sing during the inauguration, we expect her to be singing for real, right?
I'm very proud of my performance.
And it's the same feeling that I have every time I hear about identity thefts.
1 in 10 American children is the victim of identity theft.
I just recently learned that there are companies called data brokers. And what they do is that they scrape your personal information, everything from your phone number to your email address, to your home address even, and then sell it online to scammers and fraudsters.
There was somebody out there with my information and pretending to be me.
Auto-tune and other tuning plugins became the #1 weapon of choice for singers.
So the tuning
is really, really fast. So we've heard it as a normal performance, now we've got the effect on.
The producers got more power. Artists became more of a tool for the producers to use rather than the other way around. But what Millie Vanillie did, using completely different voices. Surely that never happened again in the music industry.
I love working creatively together with other people, but I'd never thought about being a judge, so this was all a big surprise for me.
Evaluating other people's singing. She headlines tours and festivals where people are paying a lot of money to hear and see her perform. Social media is full of discussions about Lopez's use of ghost singers. The information isn't hidden. And this creates a weird situation, because Jennifer Lopez is essentially doing exactly the same thing Millie Vanillie did, building a career on other people's voices.
I really understand them. I have to say I understand them.
In the late 80s, fans knew Millie Vanillie through music videos and occasional TV appearances. The relationship was distant, so when the music turned out to be fake, there was nothing else to sustain the connection. Jennifer Lopez, on the other hand, has over 200 million Instagram followers. They see her working out, her family moments, her daily life. Her fans feel like they know her personally.
Pretty, I'm saying you're used to seeing me kind of like the little old lady at home, and then when I get up and start dancing, you're like, oh, right, I forgot she could dance.
People couldn't care less about who writes or who sings. They care about the song, the celebrity, the icon, the personality. Authenticity became irrelevant.
This is not what I look like right now. This filter should be illegal. Here's the real me.
Makes me look like a better person.
Music is tuned and quantized. Advertising no longer reflects the actual products we're buying. And now we have deepfakes, AI content, and social media manipulation. Why is music the one area where authenticity should still matter? Maybe getting shocked and upset about ghost singers is like being shocked that Marvel movies use CGI. Of course they do. Maybe I have to look at it more as I look at professional wrestling. Like, I know it's fake, but I love the spectacle anyway. But I just can't accept that. And here's why.
Old pirates, yes, they rob us.
This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about authenticity. When I hear Johnny Cash, I know it's him. There's just something in his voice that cannot be faked. So when I see Jennifer Lopez on stage and hear someone else's voice, what am I actually experiencing? When I listen to Millie Vanillie, who am I really connecting with? The promise of music has always been simple. This person singing these words, sharing their voice with you, and when that basic contract gets broken, when the person you see isn't the person you hear. We live in a world where models don't look like their photos, where influencers present lives that don't exist, where politicians sell visions that bear no resemblance to reality, where everything is filtered, processed, optimized for consumption. And I can speak for myself, somewhere along the way, I just stopped fighting back. I accepted that authenticity is old-fashioned, naive, unrealistic. And the Millie Vanillie scandal happened at a moment in time when we still believed things could be real and should be real, when discovering that something was fake actually mattered. But that innocence is lost. We've become so accustomed to being lied to that we stopped expecting the truth. Millie Vanillie didn't just expose a scandal in the music industry, they exposed a turning point in our culture. The moment when we decided that feeling real was good enough, even when it wasn't real at all.